What's up? I'll talk a tour guide here, and yeah, it's been a pretty rough week. Um, just been super busy, um, bringing in some extra income, and yeah, I mean, this extra income's gonna, for the most part, go to comics. Um, Part of it's gonna go to like some savings and helping out with getting stuff for Christmas and for my kid. But for the most part, this is the additional side hustle income is for me, because my wife doesn't give me much of a budget, so she and I agreed, if I do some of this additional side hustle work, I can use those funds to buy books, and then hopefully those books. And this is the thing, I really should put them into books that I can flip and then make money, but the temptation is to get books that I just want in my collection. And so anyway, I'm gonna reserve $200 at the Comic-Con to get stuff for the PC. And if we pick some additional stuff up, like if it's super cheap and I think I can flip it, then maybe I'll get it. But initially $200 for that, and then the rest of the comic book money, which is still substantial, it's gonna go toward building a resell box. And so look for stuff online. I'm gonna start posting stuff on my Instagram page, and yeah, it'll be for sale there, so you can get stuff there. Some other stuff I'm gonna sell is my baseball cards. And so today I thought, since there's a little lull in the comic book content, I haven't been getting new books, and I'm just really waiting for the CGC's books to come back. It's still in QC, and it wasn't shipped out today, which is disappointing, so it's probably gonna ship out next week. And I just don't like the idea of things shipping out. I hope it ships out before Thanksgiving, because if it gets into the Christmas mix, I know how these logistics and supply chains work. It just takes it takes much longer, and there's more likelihood, because when the supply chain is taxed, people make more errors, and so there's more likelihood that it ends up on like a truck or somewhere it's not supposed to be, and then it gets rerouted to where it needs to go, and then it just adds additional delays. So what I'm hoping is, yeah, I hope I get the books back before Thanksgiving, and I hope the books that are there now don't come back anytime soon. I would be happy if it came back, after the holiday rush. This way, well, I mean, either way, as long as it gets to me, that's the thing that matters most. I don't want a box coming back damaged and all that. So hopefully, I know that tends to happen during the holiday rush, so we'll have to see how that goes. But anyway, yeah, I thought I'd go over my baseball cards. Now, these are not all my baseball cards. These are my best baseball cards, or I should say sports cards. The majority of my baseball cards remain at my parents' place, and yeah, it's a bit more substantial, and I'm gonna eventually make it out to where my parents are and get the entire collection from them. It's not a lot. I would say it's maybe, in terms of like additional cards. I want to say it's about 300, maybe 300 more additional cards. But these are my best cards right here, and I pretty much collected in the, I started collecting in '89. Actually, that's not true. I started collecting in '86. So we were collecting, 84, 85, like Don Mattingly rookies, Kirby Puckett rookies, Tony Gwynn rookies, and all that. And I don't have any of those cards anymore. But these are sort of the rookie cards and I guess pricier cards that remain in my collection. And I do want to get these PSA graded, but they are charging, it's ridiculous what they're charging right now. So they're basically just telling people, hey, look, unless your card's of a certain value, don't even bother getting them graded, because they're just, apparently they're backed up, and their rates are probably going to go up. But yeah, the sports card market's huge. I'm not into sports cards as much as I used to be. I'd rather collect comics. I think comics are more up my alley. I was a huge Ken Griffey, and I still am. I love Ken Griffey now. Mind you, I went to Cooperstown when he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. I was there for his speech. It was him and Mike Piazza that got inducted that year. This was back in 2016, summer of 2016, and yeah, that was an amazing experience. If you've never made it out to Cooperstown, I really recommend it. It's a nice little quaint town. You got the Baseball Hall of Fame there. Just a wonderful weekend. Anyway, that was, so basically I'm a Mariners fan, true to the blue, but they've been just, don't get me started on the Mariners, because I will go into a whole different rant complaining about the Mariners, and I still I've got issues with the management, so I'll just leave it there. If we get to the playoffs next year and we, become one of the elite teams with all the young talent we have, so be it. But I'm not feeling it, and I don't think we'll ever get there until we make some changes. But anyway, let's go over the cards. Let's start here with this stack here. Troy Aikman, and let me know if you want to buy these cards. I'm going to try to put it up against this black background so you can kind of see the grades for these. These are all mint cards. I take very care of my collectibles. So as you can see, sharp corners, just beautiful. Like, it's well centered. That those scratches are on the case, not the card itself. Nice Troy Aikman card there. This is probably the best centered Warren Moon card I've ever seen. It's just beautifully centered, crisp corners. This would, I'm sure, come back like a 9.5. The back, though, is not centered. I don't know why that is. But anyway, Warren Moon rookie. This is my Ken Griffey Jr. One of my Ken Griffey Jr. Upper Deck rookie cards. I have 3. This is the worst graded of the lot. In fact, this card has a lot of issues. But it's what's on back that's really cool. So this is a ticket from an April uh, series versus the Orioles. I believe it was like a Friday matinee game. Maybe it was a Saturday matinee game, but it was in the Kingdome, 1985, 89. Sorry. Yeah, 1989. Ken Griffey Jr.'s rookie year, April. Again, it was a game against the Orioles. I believe it was the first time Ken Griffey Jr. and Cal Ripken Jr. Were in the same game. And Ken Griffey, I think, hit a double or something. He did not hit a home run. He hit a double, and Cal Ripken also went like 2 for 3 or something like that. But anyway, Ken Griffey Jr. came out and signed. He came out and he started signing, and so I didn't have his card or anything on me. I was what? I was like maybe 14 at the time. Yeah, I was 14, 15 at the time. 15 at the time, and all I had on me was this ticket. So he signed my ticket. That's his signature right there. And boom. I've been a fan ever since. Got a lot of his cards actually. I got a lot of his cards in the collection that I have back at my parents' place. The majority of the collection I have is mostly Ken Griffey Jr. stuff. This is a Shaquille O'Neal rookie card, Stadium Club. Again, the foil looks clean. This should be at least a 9.0. Let me know if you want any of these cards, because this is I'm not gonna sell. That's a keeper. But these other sports cards I'm willing to part with. Here's a Deion Sanders card. Again, sharp corners. Nice centering. It's a pretty card. Here's a Barry Sanders rookie card. Again, the only issue with this card is this corner here, there's a little bit of a ding there, so it's not, and there as well, I guess. So it's not like, I don't know if that would qualify as like a sharp corner. Probably not. So I don't know if this would. It's probably a 9. The centering is really nice though, on the front and the back, so it's pretty good. That's the thing about the score. This score 89 score set. It's cut really well. The centering issues are very rare. Tops was not. Yeah, these Tops cards are just. They're poor quality. Compared to the cards now that the materials that they make now, to back then, like this is a 86 Tops football. Look at this cardboard stock. It's absolutely just garbage. But here we go. Beautiful. Yeah, nice centering. It's a beautiful merino card. Boom. Kobe Bryant rookie. This is for sale as well. This is mint. Nice mint copy. This is what I'm talking about. These modern cards, Upper Deck, man. These Upper Deck cards are just beautiful. This is cut really well. There's no like janky foil here. That's nice, crisp and clean. Everything's clean. There's no like ink rub or anything there. So again, a beautiful card. Let me know if you want any of these. Again, these are all for the most part for sale. I'm gonna keep this one just because, not that I'm an A-Rod fan. I was a big A-Rod fan when he was with the Mariners, but then when he went to the Yankees, and then Not a big fan when he went to the Yankees. Of all the teams, he didn't go to the Yankees. He went to Texas first. But that's the thing. Had Griffey Jr. gone to the Yankees, that would have been really disappointing. But he didn't. So going to the Reds, that's fine. I was supporting him when he went to the Reds. Okay, so mind you, this is there's like a plastic over this. This is a clean card. That's just the surface of this wrap there. It's not on the card, so this is a really clean mint card. Again, this would probably get close to a 10, I think. This is just a beautifully this is a beautifully produced card, just well cut, sharp. If that doesn't get a 10, I don't know what will. This one has really good centering. Sorry, not good centering. It's a little off center. But mint. Aside from the centering, it's a mint card. And I think this one I would keep, just because I like to keep all my Ken Griffey Jr. cards. I might sell the extras I have. Randy Johnson card. This is another guy just absolutely adored when he was with the Mariners. And I still like the big unit when he went to, he kind of traveled around, went to Arizona, went to the Yankees, I forget what other teams. He ended up retiring as a Diamondback, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Wish he would have retired as a Mariner. That would have been cool. Boom. Another Griffey Jr. card. This one is just aged, and it's on this cardboard stock. I mean, it's a mint card, but so you can tell like it's not cleanly cut. So I doubt these probably rarely come as 10s, these older cards. This is I would say a 10. And this is the Donruss rookies. Boom. Well centered. Just a beautiful card. I wouldn't sell that card. This is also, I got this signed by Randy Johnson, and mind you, back in the day, you probably noticed from my Ken Griffey Jr. signature, it was done in ballpoint pen. This is, I think, what Ken Griffey Jr. came out with. He came out with a ballpoint pen. And that's what the ball players were signing with back then. They'd come out with like a ballpoint pen and just ruin everybody's cards. But that's Randy Johnson's signature. This is probably, I'm not going to sell it. I don't know, maybe I should sell it. It's just, I don't know who would want that signature. If you want this janky ballpoint pen, which, kind of just ruined the card right there. Basically, look at how he scratched it up there. Nice, he scratched it up nice and good there with his signature. Not a smooth, it's not a clean, smooth signature. But anyway, this is Randy Johnson's signature. If you want it, let me know. If not, I'm happy to keep it. It's not something. Unless I get a good price for it, I'm not going to sell it. It's a memory. Those childhood memories. Okay, John Elway, nice centered card. You can see nice sharp corners. This would be, I think, near mint, if not mint. This is one of my favorite cards. Now, this is a 1996 reprint of the famous 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle rookie. But it's absolutely beautiful. Look at this card. It's just the centering, the cut, the corners are all sharp. It's a beautiful reproduction. Now this is, I think, going for like $40, $50. I don't know what it's going for as graded. If this were to come back at 10, I'm sure this would, there's probably collectors that are wanting to collect this entire Mickey Mantle set. But this one I am not going to sell. I'm going to get this graded because I think it has 10 potential. So I'm probably going to get all these graded and then sell them after at their graded rates, because I think a lot of these can come back 10s. This is my Alex Rodriguez. This is another rookie card of his. This is a Hollow View FX. It's the blue, Hollow View blue. And yeah, just clean corners there, as you can see. Beautifully cut and centered. There's no, like, the hologram's beautiful. No scratches. No, I mean, the back, there's a little bit of edge wear there that might downgrade it from a gem mint to like a 9.5. But I think it's pretty negligible. I don't know if they, I don't know, I think I would get docked for that, but other than that, it's a near mint card. All my cards are near mint. Do not worry. This one is, okay, the case is cracked. This is this BCCG. This was, I guess, Beckett's attempt back in the day at grading. And this came back at 10. I don't know how many points that they check, but as you can see, even it's, so don't mind the crack there. You can see 4 sharp corners. The centering's beautiful. Sharp corners there. So I mean, if I were to get this regraded, I'm sure it'd come back at least a 9.5, if not a 10. Although I do see a little bit of an issue right there. Whether that's enough to, this probably wouldn't be like a 10 by the Beckett standards now, but it should get close. I can't see that coming back any lower than a 9.5. Okay. I'm not a professional grader, so what do I know? I just know my cards are clean. This is a mother's cookie. There's a little bit of an issue right there on the top there. Other than that, this is a very beautifully Ken Griffey Jr. Boom. Man, this takes me back. The mother's cookies set, that takes me back. That is a keeper. These are keepers right here. These are for sale. So this stack is a keeper stack. These are the sale stacks. This is a nice Ken Griffey rookie Donruss. Probably not gem mint, but near mint. Centering's really nice. That back, it looks really nice. What is that though? Is that a stain? Oh dear, what's that? That is, that's got some kind of stain. How did that get on there? That's interesting. That wasn't ever there before. That's not good. How did that get stained like that? And I've never noticed this before. Wondering if this happened recently. Oh, it's on the top of the card too. So this happened at some point. It looks like it got like something seeped in and just got that corner there. Huh. All right, well, that's disappointing. This is a great card in terms of its corners. The only issue is the foil there. It's kind of rubbed off. So that'll, in fact, you can't even see it, like 51 outfield star rookie. It's just the foil rubbed off, and even on here. So this Upper Deck dropped the ball on this set here. This is the 2001 Upper Deck set. The back looks beautiful. So that, I don't know how much they downgrade for that kind of stuff. I'm sure it's probably going to be close to like below a 9. Boom, boom. Now the centering on this one isn't as nice as the 89 Fleer you saw before. So this one I'll sell since I already have one. Merino, these are hard to, this is off center. Other than that, the corners are nice, just the centering is off, so it takes it out of, this one. So I got this GMA graded, I don't know, but it's a beautiful, beautiful card. This would come back gem mint for sure. And this is the thing about these Bellingham, like minor league cards, they're not well cut. So I don't know if I get docked for that. There is a bit of like a rough edge there, but that's just really how these cards were cut back then. Just they're not cut as clean as they are these days. So I don't know. So this is something I got. I actually got this off eBay back when this was just a little under $100. It was like 125 or something. I got this right around 2008 or 2007. It was like $100. It was Gem Mint 10. This is like the old label too. It's an old label. I'm not gonna get it re-slabbed or anything. I like that old label. But yeah, it's a Gem Mint 10. It's Kevin Durant's rookie, Stadium Club rookie card, chrome. Just a beautiful card right there. So this is now, so I got it $100. This is now like $2,000 easy. So I mean, should I sell it? It's just Kevin Durant remains, so he was a supersonic. Never forget, supersonic. Don't get me started on the whole Oklahoma City Starbuck. Don't get me started on what's his face, Howard Schultz. Oh my God, that guy's, I can't stand that guy. That's why I don't drink Starbucks. I don't drink coffee, but even if I did, I would never drink Starbucks. They just sold the Sonics, and then what's his name, Clay, the owner of the Thunder. God, that guy ever comes to Seattle, man, watch out, watch your back. But yeah, Kevin Durant still remains my even though he went to the Thunder and all that. That's not his fault. And I just remember when we drafted Durant, and then Westbrook, the next year, that season before they left, man, they were just on the cusp of greatness. They were playing they're just a talented young team. Had they stayed in Seattle, man, who knows, they might have brought home a title. Just anyway, hopefully, the Sonics come back, and then right before Durant retires, he'll come back and retire as a Sonic, and maybe go into the Hall of Fame as a Sonic. Who knows? That's my hope. We can hope and dream, can't we? Because, he's not going to be welcome in Golden State, even though he won rings there. If he wins rings in Brooklyn, he'll probably retire as a Brooklyn Net, which would be cool. I guess as a player to be a Hall of Famer in the Big Apple would be better than being a Hall of Famer in Seattle. But yeah, it's kind of rare to find a gem mint rookie card, so that's a pretty penny right there. Maybe I'll sell that. Another nice copy. This is the second of my 3 King Griffey Upper Deck rookies. Very clean. Now this one, I don't know if that's off center or what. So it's not like perfectly centered, it's just a little off center. I don't know if that would keep it from getting. This is something I'm really disappointed. Like Felix, he's one of my favorite Mariners. It's just, he just kind of declined faster than. I mean, he's been pitching since. And so the decline is his decline, because he's been pitching since he was like a teenager in the majors, right? I think he came to the Mariners at the age of 19 or something like that. So it's ridiculously young when he came to the Mariners. But he didn't have a long career as maybe we would have liked. And then, yeah, I mean, he just didn't have the stuff toward the end there. But this is his minor league card. It's not worth much. I would sell that though. This is a card, Gem Mint. Ichiro's one of my favorite players of all time. He's definitely, the best hit. I don't care what people say about Pete Rose. Pete Rose, man, that guy's like half the player Ichiro is. Ichiro is so much more of a ball player than Pete Rose. Yeah, say what you will. Pete Rose, played on a great team. He did, the Big Red Machine. Pete Rose was a big part of it, but he had so many other integral players on that great team. So, but yeah, Ichiro never won a championship. He's just kind of just a great hitter. But yeah, in terms of just pure hitting, pure like baseball knowledge, and a guy you'd want in a big situation, I'd pick Ichiro over Pete Rose any day. Pete Rose is a flake, man. That guy's just a dumbass. Yeah, so we're getting through. This is another Alex Rodriguez rookie. Mint, beautiful card. Beautiful card. Mint, mint, mint. We also got Roger Clemens rookie. Now this one, it's a mint card, except again the centering's off. That's the only problem with this card. The centering is off. Everything else, it's very nice. Just the centering is not. It's still. And there's a little bit of wear there. What can you do? This is Mark McGwire rookie. There's a little bit of a corner thing, and this is not well centered out either, so Yeah, everybody was a big Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco fan that one year. I think it was 1988. That one year. And Montana, this is his second year. No, sorry. Montana's rookie year was, 1981? 83 was it? Yeah, I think 83 was his rookie. But anyway, Montana's a great player. So you can tell here it's just off center. Everything else is nice. Off center. No real issues. This is my second Merino. This is also off center. This is really off center compared to the last one. And the corners aren't as nice as the last one. Like, particularly, is it that one or is it, I think it's that one. Anyway, it's still, I would say it's still near mint. It's just the centering that's the issue on that one. Another second Randy Johnson rookie card. Mint, nicely centered. Yeah. A little bit of edge, something going on the edge there. I'm sure it wouldn't be a 10. I'm sure the majority of these are probably not 10s. 10s are really hard to get. Because I know they look at these cards under magnification, so anytime you do that, you're gonna find like flaws here and there. I think it's different from comics. I think comics and cards are just a little bit different. Comics you can get, basically, I think maybe it is the same then, because you rarely have 9.9s and 10s in comics, so maybe they do apply the same standard. But like a 9.8 can have a few flaws, so I guess a 9.5 also fits into that category. You can have just like a few minor flaws. This is a really clean rookie card. Sharp corners, fairly well centered. So I'd say this could have gem. Actually, it wouldn't have gem mint potential, but it could have like a 9 potential, 9.5 potential. Who knows? Did you know his brother Randy was a pro football player? Was named 1981 Yankee minor league player of the year, and boy, what a great Yankee he was. He got a really bad rap because the year he left, the next year the Yankees go and win the World Series, right? So it sucks for him. I really wish he would have gone out on top. Would have been nice to see, but he had an awesome playing career. One of the best Yankees to ever put on a uniform, in my opinion. And I hate the Yankees. But there are a few Yankee players I admire, and Mattingly's one of them. Obviously, you gotta admire the greats like Mantle, Gehrig, who else? Reggie Jackson. You gotta admire Reggie Jackson. There's so many great players. Hideki Matsui. A lot of them were Yankees, unfortunately. So, I hate the Yankees, but you gotta give the great players their due. Anyway, so that was my card collection. If you want to buy any of these cards, hit me up in the comments. Let me know which one you want. We can negotiate the price. I'm right now trying to, get money for my comics, so These are cards I've had for the longest time. I mean, I've had these since like the 80s, and the fact that they're in this good condition, you gotta give me props that they kept them in such great condition. So yeah, let me know in the comments, or sorry, let me know in the comments if there's something you wanted to buy. I'm not selling that stack, so hopefully you watch the video and you know there's nothing in this stack that you want. But if there's something in this stack you want, just let me know. Alright, thank you for watching, and hopefully I can put up more comic content soon. Bye.